Now we're going to jump to Leslie. Leslie's based in New South Wales on the North Coast, and she's going to run through some Google Classroom tips. So Leslie, do you want to introduce yourself and jump right in?
Mike. Thanks, Mike. I'm Leslie Altman, and I'm here on the mid-north coast, which is between Coffs Harbour and Port Macquarie. And I was talking to some of the teachers in my GEG, my mid-north coast GEG. We were just brainstorming some things that make life easier in Google Classroom. So this is nothing new, nothing groundbreaking, but it was a good reminder for each of us as we went through the, just a list of them. So my Wi-Fi threw a tantrum the other evening, and I thought I'll just create slides. So I'm sorry I'm not live demo. So if you go on to the next one, the teachers were talking about, how, using, topics and having them clear. I've, in this particular one for teachers, I've numbered these ones here. You can organise them by subject, date, weeks, or whatever, but the topics are a really great way to organise your work. So if you go to the next one, because I'm just going to run through these little reminders fairly quickly. So the title, just use that space as a quick reminder of what's, to identify that item both for you and for students. Coming up with the naming conventions is really important, and it's a personal thing. And I used numbers in mine, but it's a personal convention that works for you. So if you go on to the next one, please. And there's an example of one of the assignments that I set up. It was in topic number 1, and then I put a point system for each of the activities or assignments or materials that are there, clearly describe what is happening there in that particular assignment or material, and the expectation to view that material is there. So teachers were saying, yeah, that's really good to have that clearly defined. So the next reminder. Oh, we were talking about how when you go back and add another assignment to a particular topic, and as you can see that there, that topic is number 4, and I've identified it as a date and a title, and I added another piece of material in there, and it's easy to just click on it and drag it into place, so it runs through. So don't forget, you can click and drag to organise your work. So the next one, keyboard shortcuts, I think is the next one. Yes. Sometimes that classwork page gets pretty long after a few assignments, and so to use the shortcut Control F or Command F on a Mac, look for the keywords and assignment numbers, whatever you need to look for, instead of scrolling up and down and up and down. It's great for teachers, but it's really, really handy for students. So teach them a few keyboard shortcuts. Another reminder that a few teachers were saying what a difference, on the next slide, what a difference emojis make to break up the text. So instead of having number 1, February 17th, and the title of that particular topic, it was really handy to have the numbers, use an emoji to bring in those numbers, and also break up the text in the instructions. The teachers were saying that their students had found that was pretty handy. Next one, I think, is templates. Yes, when you've got it right and you're really happy with it and you want to reuse that structure, go back to your home page in Google Classroom and just click on the snowman, the 3 dots, and then make a copy of that and create your template that way. So at least you've got half your work done for you. Teachers were saying that was really a handy thing to remember. Next one, I think, is scheduling posts. And when I was working with some teachers, I kept those particular posts, I think they were materials that I didn't want released until we started at 5 p.m. so I could refer to it then. So get that organised ahead of time. And the last one, the next one, another reminder is, and if you play that, it's got no sound, if you play that, please, whoever's got the finger on the pulse. There it is there. As I said, I couldn't do a live demo, so I did a little video there. As you can see, it's only 1 minute long. Just remember about your title, which I just made a mess of there. I should have clipped that out. Make sure that your title is clear and it is uniform right throughout the Google Classroom. Make sure that the instructions are clear and add your you can add your material, whatever you need to add there. But I was really impressed when they brought this in, add your topic, of course, when this was brought in, scheduling assignments right across a set of classrooms is great. So before you click schedule, click on that area there, go and find the classes that you want to push this assignment out to particular students or all students, select those ones and then schedule. And the handy thing is that when you get to this scheduling point, you can then still customize, you know, your topics in each of the in those classrooms. You can customize the date that it's due and the date that it's pushed out there. So I thought that's, you know, that's such a great idea. Or you could just copy all the settings right throughout, depending on how you've structured it. The teachers really were excited about that. So what is your favorite organizational strategy for Google Classroom? Use GEG ANZ, go out to Twitter or to Instagram and share your favorite tip. Thanks very much.